Okay, in this video we're going to be looking at System Restore within Windows XP. Windows Restore, great little tool for rolling your system back to an earlier time if you've installed some software or you've made a system change that hasn't quite gone well. The trick is to create a system restore point before you make any changes to your system. Now, Windows will automatically create a restore point for you before any sort of software installation, any hotfix updates, service packs, anything like that. But if you're actually going to alter something on that system yourself, it's always a good idea to create a restore point, and then if anything goes wrong, we can revert back to the system restore point. Okay, so we'll have a look at System Restore. Now, to get to Windows XP System Restore from the desktop, we'll go down to Start, we'll left click on Start, and then we want to hover over all programs, and then we want to go up to Accessories, and from Accessories we need to drop down to System Tools, and in the System Tool list there at the bottom you'll see System Restore, and we'll give that a left click and that'll open up System Restore. Now, unlike Windows 7 and Vista, XP's System Restore options are all in the one place, and you also get the Undo My Last Restore, but we'll look at that a little later. So you get a brief description on this left hand side, this left hand plane here, of what System Restore is, what it can do, how you'd probably use it. You've also got the System Restore settings down here, which you don't really need to worry about, it's already set up. We'll have a look at them in a minute, but for everyday use they're already set for you. So what we're interested in here is the restore my computer to an earlier time, and also create a system restore point, or create a restore point here. So to start with, we will have a look at creating the restore point. So if we put the mark in that create a restore point radio button and click next, it'll come up and ask us for a description. So I'm just going to go ahead and call it test. Once you put the name of the restore point in, you can put a better description in there, whatever you like, before system change or all okay, just something that you'll recognise that you can drop back to. So once we've got the name in there, we go down to create and we click create. Now this could take a little bit of time here. What it's going to do, although it won't on this system, what it's done is it's looked at the C partition, it's taken an image, a snapshot of all the settings at this moment in time, and it's saved them. It's very quick on this machine. This machine's virtually a fresh install. There's not a lot of data on here. That's why it was so quick. It can take a little bit longer than that. We'll then click on Home, takes us back to the Welcome to System Restore screen, and that's as easy as creating a restore point is. You've now got a little bit of system protection there for anything that you're now going to go off and do within Windows. Anything that we're going to cover in later videos, or the videos that we've already covered, go away and do it. This is always a good idea to create this restore point before you start altering a system. So now we've actually created our restore point. If we put the tick into the restore my computer an earlier time radio button above, and then click on next, what you're going to get is this calendar layout here. Now, all the system restore points will be bold, and then within that bold you click on it and it'll give you a description of the restore points that are available to you. Again, this is a clean install. This is the first system restore, but you can see the one that we've just created, which we've named test there. We select that and we click next, and this is just going to give us a warning now that save the changes and close any open programs, all that sort of thing. Just make sure that everything's in order. Once you press next here, now this will actually start the system restore and your PC will reboot. And once it's rebooted, you'll be back to the time and the system restore point that you created there. So you go ahead and click next, and basically what's going to happen now is the system's going to reboot. Telling us obviously Windows is shutting down as normal, and here we go, we're actually entering into the system restore process now. And again, this can take a little bit of time depending on what's on your system. It shouldn't take that long with this one. So now Windows is going to shut down and do a reboot. Okay, now that the system is rebooted, we see that the computer has been successfully restored to the earlier time and the restore point that we've just created. And again, this will now say if this restoration doesn't correct the problem, you can choose another restore point, or we can undo this restoration. So if we click on OK, and we start using the system, we'll obviously now see whether the problem we had has been fixed, or it hasn't been fixed, or we've fixed that problem but created a new one. If we get the latter, and we do seem to have created ourselves another problem, or we're not happy with what the restore point we've gone back to, we can undo the restore, and we do that by again going down to Start and then going to All Programs. I'm going to go up to Accessories, and when we're in Accessories, down to System Tools, and within the System Tool list there, down to the bottom, System Restore, and that brings us back to us Welcome to System Restore page. Now again, 3 options here. If we select the radio button to undo my last restoration, click Next. System Restore will undo the following restoration. It's going to tell us the one that it's going to undo. Again, before you continue, save your changes and close any open programs. System Restore may take a moment, and we click Next. And again, we'll now go back through the System Restore process of logging off and reverting back to the point before we did the first system restore. Okay, so now that the system's rebooted, we'll get the message again that the system restore has been successful and reverted us back to the following restoration time. And this has now rolled us back before our previous system restore. Again, we click OK, the rest of Windows will finish booting up, and hopefully our system is now back to the point that we were before the system restore. I just want to take a very quick look at the system restore settings that I mentioned earlier, and to do that, go down to Start with left click, go to All Programs, Accessories, System Tools, and then System Restore, just as before. And then in the left hand plane here, we want to left click System Restore Settings. That'll open up our System Properties dialog box, and in here you'll see basically 2 settings and a status. Now the first setting is for turning on and turning off System Restore. It's very unlikely that you're going to have to turn System Restore off. The main thing is to make sure it's turned on. You can't actually create or roll back to a system restore point without it being on. If you try, it will tell you that System Restore is currently turned off, and you can then select it to turn it on. But by default, it is on and running. And if we look at the status, you'll see that it's on, running, and monitoring our C partition or our C drive, which is the one that's got our Windows install on. By default, it will monitor C. Here in the middle, we've got the disk usage. Again, it's already preset. It's set at 20% of the drive size, and that's giving us 400 megabytes of storage for our system restore points. We can move the slider up and down to alter the percentage that it's using, but again, default's fine. And that's basically it for the settings. That brings us to the end of the video, and I'd like to thank you for viewing.